know we see the block. We need the block. I see the block. I need the block.
Young World's Kid 30 Roc checking in, man. Eardrum is on, 1209 is on. With my boy Twan Beats. That's on the 1209 record label. We're gonna show y'all how we made the Seize the Block record that was on the Fast and the Furious 8 that was featured on the soundtrack and the album. It was a real light beat. We only used 3 sounds for this beat, really. That's crazy. Yeah. We used 3 sounds for the beat, basically. I'm gonna break it down for you, but I'm gonna go more into on how I did the drums, really, and how the distortion and how it came out clean. By the way, that's a 2-track if y'all didn't know. So that must mean we got some good ass mixes over here. So I'm gonna show you how we go inside and how we maneuver and how we work this shit out. So check it out. So we was in the studio, basically. This studio right here, as you see, we in Atlanta. We started off with Omnisphere. We was going through some choir sounds or whatever, and we came across this choir, basically, and it started out with me playing these chords right here. So I'm gonna play them. So yeah, that was the first sound we started with. We didn't know where the hell we was going with it. We done flipped it 20 million times, and we was like, man, okay, cool, we're gonna leave it like it is. But we also added an effect on it called M Rhythmizer, which I use on a lot of my beats. And it sounded like this when we put it on there. So to the world, it sounds like a sample, but it's really played. Then we came with the next sound, which was just like a little bell or something. We found the Omnisphere too, because we really didn't know where the hell we was going with this beat. So I played this. Oh shit. That was the second sound. We didn't put no effect on this, really. We just EQ'd that shit a lot, you know what I'm saying, to make it sound like this. So yeah, we had that. Once we had those two, basically, and 2 sounds in, we kind of moved forward, and we went with the organ out of Omnisphere called Go to Church. Really didn't play much on that either. It was just really stabbed, so it was just sounds childish as hell, but it worked. That's all we did. So we had that. Once we had that, all this basically sounded like that. Now it was like, okay, you know, it was time to put a bounce on that shit so we can kind of feel where we was going with the beat or whatever. So we pulled up the MPC. It started with the clap, which was just a regular clap. We added hi-hats. Shit, we was just like, okay, that's a nice little bounce, you know what I'm saying? Twan, he pulled up this Beethoven chant, you know, the chant that everybody else used, which is the so that shit gave it a whole bounce, man. It was just weird as shit. So it was like, okay, cool, we got that. We added a basically an open hi-hat in the middle. I lie. That was a sound effect. I'm sorry. So that was a sound effect that we found actually going through the drum kits or whatever. We was like, man, this shit just sound dope, so let's just put it in there. We're just really throwing shit inside the beat, honestly.
trying to feel it. Yeah.
So we had that shit in there. That, man, we was like, okay, you know, everybody who knows know the 808s got to be hard as hell. Like, they just have to be hard as fuck. So we went into the MPC right here. Okay, I need that sponsorship. We went to the MPC basically. The 808 didn't sound distorted at first, so I'm gonna play it with just a regular distortion. Like, this is one of our like custom 808s, so you can go ahead and grab that drum pack. So we had this 808. It's called the Lex Luger 808. We kind of tweaked it because we have like a lot of tweaks and stuff like that. So we had it. It sounded real dirty, which was just. So once we had that, basically, we was like, okay, cool. You know, the 808's hitting, but it could be a little bit cleaner. It could be a little bit more distorted and better. So, Akai has this distortion stuff inside that's like actually built inside of the MPC. So we pulled it up and we put it on. Now it sounded like this. From there, we had bounced all the drums that we had. We put them on Logic, and we actually went more into detail. Like, I used the CLA, I want to say CLA 3A on all my drums, basically to boost them up just a tad bit. You know what I'm saying? Just give it that more ump. And then once we had that, you kind of just mix it. You take out some of the lows, you bring out all them highs, so you can just have just that ground feel on the 808s. So we had that. Once we had that, we basically just tuned it up a note so it can give it 2 octaves. So this is what we did. At that time, like, I mean, we was just like, okay, the beat is kind of complete, but the beat ain't complete without a kick. Our famous kick, which is also in the drum pack, so y'all can purchase that. We just put the kick on the 1 basically, and like I said, I put the CLA 3A on there, and I use a Trans X wide on that thing, and I just basically put the mega kick on it. So that's for everybody. That's the secret. Everybody been wondering how our drums been hitting that hard. Why do our drums hit that hard? It's the wave files. Our producers get them wave files. But basically, after that, it comes with more tweaking. Of course, you got to EQ it. You got to EQ it the right way. The kick basically just came in at the 1. See how that shit hit hard? That was that, you know what I'm saying? That was basically the whole beat. We only used 3 sounds and the rest was just instruments, basically. And this is it from the top, like the whole beat from the top. man. Like I said, we mixed the hell out of this. You know what I'm saying? We try to make it sound as clean as possible. That's all our beats. And this, I got a phone call. It ended up on the Fast 8 movie, you know what I'm saying? So that was a blessing, you know what I'm saying? So just stay tuned. 2017 is about to be a big year for the squad. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep coming with the beat videos. We might show y'all how we make beats on the spot, you know what I'm saying? But keep tuned, man. 30 for 30 on the way. That is the EP, squad shit. And shit, we signing out, man. We about to go see the movie, man. So we'll fuck with y'all later. Like this shit, subscribe this shit.
Squad.
Play this shit every day.
1209.
1209 is gonna be a big label in 2017. We working on some major shit. Albums on the way. More placements on the way. My nigga Blue is definitely sleep. It's them edibles. But yeah, man. So we signing out, man.
You know we see the block. We need the block. I see the block. I need the block. I see the block. I need the block.